Hi, this is Roberta, and this is a presentation on the iterative process of information gathering, also known as the literature review. When we look at the literature review, we look at a comprehensive summary of previous research topics. It surveys a variety of sources that are relevant to a particular field of study, like research books and scholarly papers or other materials. It creates a landscape for the reader, giving them a full understanding of the developments in that specific field. It also helps the reader to tell if the author has incorporated all or majority of earlier important works of the topic into their own work. What will the literature review do? The literature review is to ultimately describe and clarify previous research. It helps the researcher determine the nature of their research while still acknowledging the work of previous researcher. And by acknowledging the contributions of earlier researchers, the literature review reassures the reader that your work has been thoughtfully conceived. After looking at what the literature review is and what it will do, we need to know what the purpose of writing a literature review is. So the purpose is to convey to the reader what knowledge and ideas have been established on a topic and what their strengths and weaknesses are. And with the purpose, you also look at how the review or the literature is relevant to your own study or the purpose or the subject you are debating or the argumentative theses, which will be used to define the literature review. The literature review is not a once-off process, but it contains 6 steps. Step 1 is to select a topic. This comes from an unanswered question and is driven by passion from the researcher. Step 2 is to search the literature. Here you formulate a research strategy using tools, for example, Google Scholar. Step 3 is to develop the argument. You identify why your study is needed and you use critical thinking skills. Step 4 is to survey the literature. We see if all areas of research are covered, and if not, we start the process all over again. Step 5 is to critique the literature. You identify articles and critically evaluate them. The final step, however, will be followed up again in the process, is to write the review. Here you use all the previous steps and tools to formulate the review based on your study. Thank you for listening. The next presentation will be on the importance of the literature review.